Good morning. Thank you for joining me in this morning mindfulness practice. Have you got something that you would really love to change in your life? What would the outcome be if you could wave a magic wand and you were already at the goal? You were already through the challenge. The difficulty has disappeared and you're enjoying your heart's content. You are enjoying life. You're loving your work. You're living in a place that you feel safe and protected, and you're so happy with your surroundings. What would that look like? Yesterday, I read quite a few chapters from Price Pritchett's little book, U Squared, and I love this little book. He talks about making quantum leaps, and he says, if you must doubt something, doubt your limits. Instead of holding back because you don't have hard proof that you can make a quantum leap, see if you end up with evidence proving that you can't. Just make the jump. Act as if your success is guaranteed. Suspend disbelief. Act as if your success is for certain, and then see which set of ideas you should believe in. He says your mindset for the moment may be flawed by doubt and skepticism. The idea of making a quantum leap in your performance, jumping from your present level of achievement to one several stages higher in one bold stroke, is an alien idea. You haven't been trained to think that way. You may have definite reservations about the possibility that you can make such exponential improvement at all, particularly with less effort and in a very abbreviated time frame. The experts generally agree, though, that people typically use only about 10% of their true potential. If we accept that argument, and even if there were no other resources outside of yourself that you could bring to bear on the situation, you still could do 10 times as well as what you've been doing. Your skepticism, which you presume is based on rational thinking and an objective assessment of factual data about yourself, is rooted in mental junk. Price Pritchett says your doubts are not the product of accurate thinking, but of habitual thinking. Years ago, you accepted flawed conclusions as correct. You began to live your life as if those warped ideas about your potential were true. And you may have ceased the bold experiment in living that brought you many breakthrough behaviors as a child. Now it's time for you to find that faith that you had in yourself before. If you want to be skeptical of some ideas that truly deserve to be called into question, challenge the thoughts and beliefs that have argued against your taking a quantum leap. Put those old inhibiting ideas to the test by going for it with everything you've got. For now, just suspend disbelief. You don't have to be convinced that you can succeed in making a quantum leap, but don't keep on believing those old ideas you've been carrying around about your personal limits. If it will make it easier, hold off for a while on believing anything. Just act like you have complete faith. Merely do what you'd do if you knew you were going to succeed. Behave like you have that total conviction. Doubt is what does the most damage, so don't give it any mental space. Proceed boldly as if it is completely inconceivable that you will experience anything other than a successful quantum leap. If you must doubt something, doubt your limits. Now let's get clear on what it is that you want. Connect to it. Connect to what it would feel like, what it would look like, who you would be, who are you becoming in order to have the life that you prefer, an outcome that you truly desire. Not settling, not giving up, not pushing against, not fighting what is, but what would it be like for you truly to be living in the world that you prefer? Purposeful work that you are proud of and you are recognized for your contributions. Connecting to that. What does it feel like in your mind, in your heart, in your body? I want to invite you to think from the goal already accomplished. So the first step is sitting quietly, putting away other distractions, not multitasking, not looking at what is, or how is this going to happen, or thinking that it's going to take a long time. Just sitting comfortably and shifting your mindset from fear to faith, filling yourself up with confidence, connecting to the energy that is co-creating your life. You're co-creating your life with infinite intelligence. You might say God, you might say infinite, Buddha, Allah. It doesn't matter what, but I want you to tap into that energy that makes the impossible possible, that allows miracles in your life. I want you to just take a deep breath in and let that go. Draw in the infinite and let go of any stress, any doubt, any fear, any worry. And let's take a third deep breath in and hold it at the top, drawing in infinite intelligence, infinite possibilities, strength, well-being, understanding, and faith. And let go of any how it's going to happen. Let go of any doubts. Let go of the struggle. Allow your face to relax. Allow your shoulders to relax. Allow a beautiful wave of energy to flow over you to and through you, connecting you with infinite possibilities, divine infinite love, God energy. What is it that you want? What is a desire that is deep in your heart? Acknowledge that desire. Don't worry about how big it is, how scary it is, how purposeful it is. Just think about, what is it that you desire? There's something missing in your life that you really, really want to bring into reality. Get clear in your mind of what the picture is. Tell me what's in your heart. There's something that you're drawn to, that you feel you would be so much better if that was your life. Now, rather than getting into any kind of doubt or thinking it's impossible, or worrying that it's not going to happen or how it's possible, I just want you to get clear on what it looks like, connecting your heart to what it feels like, coming from that place of it's possible, and there are infinite possibilities and you have infinite potential. Don't think of any reasons why it's not happening. Just focus on what it is. Replacing the old story with, how would you be talking? What would your inner dialogue be if you were living the picture in your mind, the desire in your heart, if this was already your reality? Let's take some time to imagine you've already done what needs to be done. You've gone through the challenges, and now the universe has rewarded you, and you are living in your dream goal. How are you feeling? You've already connected with infinite intelligence, and the doubt and the fear and the anxiety has been swept away. The challenge is over. Now the goal is real. What is it? Now, it doesn't matter if it's winning the gold medal at the Olympics. It doesn't matter if it's living in your dream home just the way you've pictured it. The love of your life showing up, being there at your side, sharing your life with you. You're being celebrated for something that you've done on your job or in your business or for your community. And you are being thanked for not giving up, for persisting, for going the extra mile, for helping, for saving lives, for changing the energy of the world. I want you to take some time to write down what it looks like and what it feels like now that you are that. Who are you now that your goal is accomplished? You are becoming your inner dialogue, so get it out on paper. I am so happy and grateful now that this is my life. Believe that it's here, it's now. You've already gone through all the challenges. You've bet on yourself, and the reward is here. Write down what it looks like, what it feels like. You believe that there are infinite possibilities. You trusted the process, and now it's alive in your reality. I'll give you a moment to do some more writing. You're connected to the infinite. Now, what did Price Pritchett say? Just act like you have complete faith. Merely do what you do if you knew you were going to succeed. Behave like you have that total conviction. You have the power of the universe clearing a path, fighting your enemies, creating the circumstances. All you have to do is act like it's already done. Get into that feeling of gratitude, of well-being, having the faith that the entire universe is working in your favor. You don't have to know how you're going to get there, but you need to know where you want to go. Price Pritchett says, it is crucial to have a crystal clear picture of what you want to accomplish. Operate with a sharply defined mental image of the outcome you seek. Rivet your attention on that spot where you are to land at the end of your quantum leap. Visualize your arrival. When you do that, it's like you magnetize yourself to the ways and means involved in the methodology for getting there. The solutions begin to appear. Answers come to you. They come to you from out of the blue. You're being directed by that spirit, that divine spiritual energy that's in you and all around you and in everything. If you start worrying about everything that will be involved in getting from here to there, you're bound to bog down in the questions of methodology. People always get hung up on the how-to aspects regarding a quantum leap. So the key is not to get in the way. Just skip it. The answers will come to you. And when they do, you probably will find them to be simple streamlined solutions. See, a quantum leap is a move you're already prepared to make. You just haven't done it yet. You have the potential. The resources are available. The opportunity is there. What's been missing is your decision to go for it. In the chapter Focus on Ends Rather Than Means, in the little book Price Pritchett wrote, U Squared, he says, maybe this will help you frame the situation a lot better. The quantum leap is something that you've been keeping from happening. It's not something you have to struggle to make happen. You don't really force it into existence. You just let it occur. The key is not to get in your own way. A quantum leap is the unexpected that comes to you with sudden grace. You can open yourself to such a breakthrough. You can even invite it. But you can't make it happen by struggling harder or on insisting on first developing the perfect plan. U squared is achieved through an infinite, instinctive discovery process based on a sense of direction and pursuit. If you have all the answers and the structure and the certainty up front, then it's not a quantum leap. The formula does not involve getting everything neatly organized and all the risks eliminated before you make your move. There's an element of shooting from the hip involved here. Don't count on having all the procedural issues for the journey buttoned down before you begin the trip. You must be willing to tolerate ambiguity, confusion, possibly even chaos for a while, shaping your game plan as you go. Allow some disorder in your life. If you get too concerned with the step-by-step plan of action to be followed, you'll find yourself brooding over the potential problems and roadblocks that could be encountered. For now, all you need is an aiming point and action. A quantum leap, by definition, means moving into uncharted territory with no guide to follow. You personally draw the map as you go. Look at it this way. You're not supposed to be concerned about what happens in the middle of a jump. You're supposed to be thinking about where you're going to land. Let's not worry about how it's going to happen, when it's going to happen. Just what do you want? Why do you want it? And rely on the unseen forces. There are invisible resources ready to make a profound difference in what you can achieve. Quantum leaps are merely the process of using yourself and your world differently, allowing other possibilities that exist to actually materialize. Your willingness to tap into that unseen force, to trust in your higher self, to relax and allow yourself to become the person becoming. Repeating this 100 times a day, replacing the old energy with new energy, reminding yourself what it is that you truly desire. If you wrote something down that you truly want in your life, a deep, heartfelt desire, get into the spirit of the wish fulfilled. Tap into that energy, the vibrational frequency of what that feels like to already be there. Write it down, and write it down 100 times a day. And remind yourself at least 4 times a day, what is it that you want? Why do you want it? Who are you now that you have that goal accomplished? If you are willing to do this every day and then let go of the how and allow the universe to do the heavy lifting, you will create that life that you desire. Your job is deciding where you want to go and why. The universe's job is to bring it into your physical reality. So think and feel and act the way you would now that your goal has been accomplished. Create a wonderful day. Thank you for joining me in this morning mindfulness practice. I'll see you back here tomorrow morning at 7. And for my clients, we're going to get into the magic of attitude that takes you effortlessly to that goal. Thank you.